Hello dear students, welcome you all. Today's topic is test for amino groups. In that, litmus test, carbylamine test, nitrous acid test, azodite test and Hinsberg test. Let's first see definition of amines. Amines are the derivative of ammonia in which one or more hydrogen atoms are replaced by alkyl or aryl groups. Amines are classified as primary amine, secondary amine and tertiary amine. In primary amine, when one of the three hydrogen atom is replaced by alkyl or aryl group, primary amine is formed. It is generally represented as RNH2. Example for primary amine is that methylamine and aniline. The next one is secondary amine. When two of the three hydrogen atoms are replaced by alkyl or aryl group, secondary amine is formed. It is generally represented as R2NH. Example for secondary amines is that dimethylamine and N-methyl-aniline. The next one is tertiary amine. When all three hydrogen atoms are replaced by alkyl or aryl substituents, tertiary amine is formed. It is generally represented as R3N. Example for tertiary amines, trimethylamine and N-dimethyl-aniline. The next is the first test for amino group is that litmus test. Procedure for litmus test. Take moist red litmus paper, place 1 to 2 drops of given organic compound on it. Observe the change in color of red litmus paper. It turns red litmus paper blue. Amines are basic in nature, so it turns red litmus to blue. The change in color of red litmus paper shows the given organic compound is base. The next test is carbylamine test. Carbylamine test is also called isocyanide test because when amines treated with chloroform in the presence of alkali to form isocyanide, both aliphatic and aromatic amines gives positive for this test. Secondary and tertiary amine do not give this test. Procedure for carbylamine test. Take potassium hydroxide solid in clean test tube and add 2 ml of ethanol to it. Warm the test tube until the potassium hydroxide dissolves completely in it. To this add a few drops of chloroform and shake well. To the above mixture add a small amount of given organic compound to be tested and warm gently. Observe the odor of resulting mixture. An unpleasant odor confirms that the presence of primary amine. The next test is nitrous acid test. These tests is used to identify primary, secondary and tertiary amine. The materials required for nitrous acid test: primary, secondary and tertiary amine, sodium nitrite, distilled water, concentrated HCl and ice cold water. Procedure for nitrous acid test. Take small quantities of primary, secondary and tertiary amine in test tube A, B and C respectively. Take another test tube and to add sodium nitrite in the test tube. To this add small quantities of distilled water. Shake the test tube well to dissolve the sodium nitrite in distilled water to get sodium nitrite solution. Cool the solution in ice cold water for some time. Then now add a small quantity of hydrochloric acid to the test tube A, B and C. Shake the test tube well to dissolve the compound in concentrated hydrochloric acid. Cool the test tube in ice cold water for some time. Now add sodium nitrite solution to the test tube A, B and C. Primary aliphatic amines reacts with nitrous acid to give nitrogen gas which seen as bubbles. Then secondary amines reacts with nitrous acid to form yellow oily nitrosoamine. Then tertiary amines reacts with nitrous acid to form soluble nitrite salt. The next test is azodite test. This test is given by aromatic primary amines. Aromatic primary amines reacts with nitrous acid to form diazonium salt. This diazonium salt undergoes coupling reaction with beta-naphthol to form orange colored azodine. The materials required for azodine test: organic compound, sodium nitrite, beta-naphthol, distilled water, dilute hydrochloric acid and dilute sodium hydroxide. Take small quantities of organic compound and sodium nitrite, beta-naphthol in test tube A, B and C respectively. Using a dropper, add a small quantities of dilute HCl in test tube A. Shake the test tube well to dissolve the compound in dilute HCl. Now add small quantities of distilled water in test tube B, that is in sodium nitrite. Shake the test tube well to dissolve the sodium nitrite in water and to get sodium nitrite solution. Using another dropper, add a small quantities of dilute sodium hydroxide in test tube in C. Shake the test tube well to dissolve the beta-naphthol in dilute sodium hydroxide solution. Then cool the test tube in beaker containing ice cold water for some time. Now add sodium nitrite solution to the organic compound in test tube A. Primary amines on reaction with nitrous acid formed from the sodium nitrite and HCl gives diazonium salt. The resulting mixture is added to the contents in test tube C, which contains beta-naphthol solution. The diazonium salt undergoes coupling reaction with beta-naphthol to form red-orange color. The next test is Hinsberg test. The reagent used in this test is benzene sulfonyl chloride. Amines react with benzene sulfonyl chloride in alkaline medium. Materials required for Hinsberg test: primary, secondary and tertiary amines, 25% sodium hydroxide, distilled water, benzene sulfonyl chloride, concentrated HCl. Procedure: take small quantities of primary, secondary and tertiary amines in test tube A, B and C respectively. Using a dropper, add a small quantity of sodium hydroxide in test tube A, B and C. Now add a small quantity of distilled water to each test tube. Using another dropper, add a small quantity of benzene sulfonyl chloride solution to each test tube. Shake the mixture in each test tube and cool the test tube beaker containing water. Primary amines reacts with sodium hydroxide and benzene sulfonyl chloride to form soluble sulfonamide salt. Primary amines reacts with benzene sulfonyl chloride to produces substituted sulfonamide, which contains acidic hydrogen and it dissolves in basic medium to form soluble salt. Soluble sulfonamide salt reacts with hydrochloric acid to form insoluble sulfonamide. Secondary amines form substituted sulfonamide, which is insoluble in alkali because it does not have acidic hydrogen. Insoluble sulfonamide form is not react with concentrated hydrochloric acid, there is no reaction. Tertiary amines, which is insoluble in alkali, it does not have acidic hydrogen. Then add small quantity of concentrated hydrochloric acid to the test tube C. Insoluble amines reacts with HCl to form soluble ammonium salt. Let's see the summary of this test. In that, first test is litmus test. In litmus test, it turns red litmus paper blue. In carbylamines test, an unpleasant odor confirms the presence of primary amine. Azodine test, the presence of red-orange dye color confirms the presence of aromatic amines. The next test is nitrous acid test. Appearance of bubbles shows the presence of primary amine. Yellow oily liquid shows the presence of secondary amine. and formation of nitrite salt confirms the presence of tertiary amines. The next test is Hinsberg test. In that, primary amine, no reaction or precipitate on adding concentrated hydrochloric acid insoluble material is seen. In secondary amine, precipitate in test tube does not dissolve in concentrated hydrochloric acid. In tertiary amine, precipitate in test tube but dissolve in concentrated hydrochloric acid. So, where in this section we studied about different tests for amino groups. In that, litmus test, carbylamine test, nitrous acid test, azodite test and Hinsberg test. Thank you.